What's up guys, Woody here back with another Gwent video, and today finally I am bringing you a new deck. Apologies for my lack of deck content recently. We've kind of, I won't go into the big spiel of it now, but the new to Gwent, which is now called the kind of beginner series that I try to get videos up for, is a more fleshed out thing now, and I've kind of channeled where do I want the Gwent channel to go, what Gwent content do I want to be doing. Do I want to be making decks for the sake of getting deck videos out there? No, not really. I only want to share decks with you guys that I genuinely enjoy playing. And I don't want to just take a deck, another list that someone else has made, put it on my channel and go, oh, this is just someone else's list. That's not what this channel is about. This channel is about me making weird and wonderful decks for you guys to try. And it's also about you guys just well, if you're new to Gwent, learning Gwent. But yeah, enough of the hog spiel. I'm back. I'm back for my favourite leader. Not everybody's favourite leader, but my favourite leader with a Usurper deck. Yes, I try to make a Usurper deck every season, like a strong Usurper deck every season. Doesn't always work out very well. I won't get to the ins and outs of why it doesn't always work, but it doesn't always work. If you're wondering why this is called Usurper CC, it's because I played in the Crimson Clash a couple of weekends back. This was originally this was my deck for the Crimson Clash, hence the CC, but it's had a few changes since then. This iteration now has gone 8 games. It took me straight from rank 5 to rank 4. It had 8 games. It lost 1, won 7. Obviously, we're going to jump into games and we'll see how the gameplay goes now, but there's a chance to jump into a game and we lose both games. Hopefully that's not the case, because it kind of doesn't prove my point. But enough of me waffling. But you guys are here for the deck. Let's jump into this Usurper mid-range deck. So everyone knows Usurper's leader, because most people hate it. Usurper just stops the other leader having an ability. So I'll run through the cards and I'll say why they're in here. Okvist, Roach, Swears, Yennefer's Invocation. Why do I struggle so much to say that word? I should say I've just finished a full day of work. I'm pretty tired. Yennefer's Invocation. That's how you say it. Seret, Cleaver, Lefo, Asaya, Orcs, False Siri, Cantarella, Lacerate, Peter, 1 Nilfgaard Knight, 2 Alba Pikemen, 2 Alba Cavalry, 1 Alba Cavalry, 1 Recruit, 2 Infiltrators, 2 Nautical Sergeants, 1 Scholar, and 2 Magni Division. So, in terms of cards you can change out, obviously you're free to change out any card you want. This guy here, Oxenfurt, Scholar, you could stick any 4 costs in there you wanted, really. You could get rid of one of the Magni Divisions and stick 2 of these in if you really wanted. Infiltrators, actually, I quite like the Infiltrators. They're, when you get them out round 2, they can be a little bit troll-like. They kind of feed into the Nilfgaards. Let's just kind of troll against whatever my opponent's trying to do. But let's get to the meat of the deck. So, the meat of the deck is, well, there isn't really any meat of the deck because it's a mid-range deck. And if you don't know what mid-range decks are, they're decks that are kind of, they're versatile. They have a lot of utilization. They have a lot of what I like to call outs, meaning that there isn't, yes, there is one finisher in this deck that goes very well, but it isn't one finisher. I could use Okvist as a finisher, and if I play it in the right round, even in round 1, I can get 15 plus points off Okvist. I could play this Sire Roach as a finisher if I want to get 9 points. Like, there's lots of ways I have of lots of outs with this deck. So, Okvist, obviously, is probably one of the best finishers in the game. Play this out second from last turn. It doesn't get locked. It doesn't get removed. It's always going off, well, always. 90% of the time it's going off more than its 10p, so that's huge. Swears is a great card, especially in Nilfgaard mirror matches. If you're playing a Nilfgaard mirror match and they drop a Roach, nick their Roach with Swears. The only time Nilfgaard are running Roach, they're also running a Sire. You've got a big tempo play at round 1, and you've stopped a big tempo play at round 2 or round 3. That's probably one of the big tips in this deck. If you're running Swears, or with Swears, nick their Roach. You can also use it on quite a few engines. I've used it a few on a few Arbalasts with Northern Realms, and I've used it to steal the elf woman that shoots for 1 every time you play an elf reset. I can't remember what it's called now, on Scoia'tael. Yennefer's Invocation. I'm going to come back to this card in a minute because it links with another card. Seret is the Witcher trio. You run them in most Nilfgaard decks. Cleaver, probably one of the best neutral cards at the moment. even if you don't get the full 9 value, so even if you're not playing it by turn 7 to get the 6 damage to get the 9 value, you're still often removing big engines with this card, which the amount of value the engine could bring, you're getting value over time with, you're preventing value over time with Cleaver. Lefo, obviously part of the Witcher trio. Asaya works with Roach. It's the only reason. The only time I won't use that is sometimes round 3. I would put a Spear Tip back into their deck in a monster deck to get rid of a 12. Or I'd stick other things like that. I'd sometimes stick deck cards back into their deck just to... Yeah, if I feel like there's more value out of that, then that's a play I would do. Orcs, Witch combo. Falsiri is so much value nowadays. So much value. So obviously, if you don't know what Falsiri does, on play on the melee row, she moves an enemy to the other row. On the range row, she destroys an enemy artifact. Destroying an enemy artifact is huge right now. There is a lot of Summoning Circle running around everywhere. Monsters are running a lot of Frightener. She just gets rid of them. Straight up gets rid of them. I've also got quite a few of... Is it Rakkus Venom? Manticore Venom. I've managed to get rid of quite a few. Manticore Venom with her as well. If I don't get that value, it doesn't matter, because I play her in the same round I play Lacerate, and she gets her 7 value. She comes down for 5 body, moves them, meaning I set for another 2 damage on Lacerate. Cantarella, I come back to that because that fits in with Yennefer's Invocation. Lacerate is in this deck purely because you're running Pikemen. You put Pikemen down. Normally, I've tried to get sometimes 2 Pikemen in my hand round 1. That means I can drop the Pikemen down. They either bait out locks or removal. If they don't bait out lock and they don't get removed, then these guys mean they normally row stack ranged row, which then means you can get a minimum 10 value on Lacerate. And the other bronzes are pretty self-explanatory. So, the Yennefer's Invocation and the Cantarella combo. It's not a new combo. I'm not sitting here, I've played this. I just haven't played against this combo for a very long time. So, if you know what Yennefer's Invocation does, she's not a bodied card, she's just a spell card or a special card. Choose any unit or artifact on the battlefield and place it at the top of its owner's deck. So, I have used this for an artifact removal every now and then, when they've dropped the Frightener second from last turn, and I've been like, do you know what? There's not actually anything here I want to steal. I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna use this as removal. I basically used to run Villaforts. The reason you might be thinking now, why don't you run Geralt or Leo over that? The reason I ran Villaforts over them was because I was bricking so hard on Geralt and Leo. I was often getting times when they were coming out for no value. There was not an 8 unit on the board. I couldn't remove a unit. I was losing so much value on them. This, yes, it was pulling a card out their deck, but he was clearing something. If I was clearing an engine for 5 power, even pulling a unit out of their deck, I was happy with that. I found the Yennefer's Invocation is a lot better value, just completely all around. So, you play Yennefer's Invocation ideally second from last turn. So it puts the unit or artifact back on top of the owner's deck. And Cantarella is a 1-cost spy card, meaning you play it on the opponent's side, and you play the top card from your opponent's deck. This combo has won me some huge games. I've beat Savile Blood twice because I've managed to put their 12 cost back on top of their deck, then play Cantarella, and it's a 24-point swing. They're losing a 12-point card, we're gaining a 12-point card. That is massive. Okay, technically it's 23 points if you're taking the 1 value for Cantarella. Another big combo I had, I couldn't believe it. They played Glusty Warp with 3 cards left to spare against an Arrakis Queen deck. I was like, absolutely fine. Second from last turn, I used Yennefer's Invocation to put Glusty Warp back up. He was like at a 20-something power Glusty. They lost that 20 power. I then dropped Glusty Warp last turn of playing Cantarella. 8 all their 1-cost units on the board. They don't pop back because it was on my turn, and Glusty gets all the boost from it. Massive play. This combo is getting me a lot of value at the moment. It's not the easiest to set up for. It's not the easiest to do. You have to know if you want to keep Cantarella in hand or not, depending on who you're playing against. But I'm having success with it. So that's the deck. I have waffled on quite a lot. But yeah, it's a Usurper deck. It's a Usurper mid-range deck. Let's jump into a game. Okay, we have got a matchup. Who are we playing against? Like I said, these games are not pre-recorded from streams. I'm literally playing this now. We could lose, we could win. The reason we jump into these is you can still see how the deck works on its own. If we lose, we lose. Okay, it's not the most ideal world, but I want you guys to see the deck in its raw form. Okay, it's easy to just pick a game from my stream and go, look how amazing this deck is. You need to see how it works on a consistent basis. Obviously, we get a Roach. We don't want Roach in our hand. We're not going first, so we'll probably get rid of you. You're quite a bad draw. We have got double Pikeman with Lacerate. There we go. Okay. Well, there's Summoning Circle straight off the bat. Which is really annoying because we don't have Swears to steal this. We don't have Falsiri. We have a lot of good cards left in our deck. So, if I'm being completely honest, I feel this kind of goes into the realms of maybe we don't push this round too far. We'll see how they play it. We'll see how they play this. Obviously, Scoia'tael don't run tons of lock. So they have normally one lock. So if they have one lock, they'll be probably looking to lock this. Which is fine, because we don't have much else for a lock. Okay, that's another chant, another thing they can do. Do we pop this one or do we pop this? Let's pop this down for now. We'll get a double ping. And then I'm pretty 99.999% sure they removed this one now. Oh, they locked it. There you go. Luckily, when this thing comes out, it boosts a unit, a soldier, by 3. So it goes back up. Considering they use TA, we're in quite a good position here. That's going to move it back. Okay. That's fine. Do you know what? I'm not too fussed about going really far in this round. We don't have tons to play for. We can't play this one here. We could play this, but I mean, it gets some value over time on it. Yeah. There really isn't much. We're 10 behind. This is 5. You know what? We're going to put this out and see what they do. See what they do. There we go. Now we pass. Now we pass. This deck doesn't have... Yeah, the Cantarella... Yennefer combo is big. But we don't need Last Say. We don't have to have Last Say with this deck. This isn't a deck that we want to get the big combo of Last Say. It's a mid-range deck. I mean, having both of these isn't the end of the world because we're going to drop 2 cards out anyway. So I'm actually going to mulligan this. I doubt they push us. I very much doubt they push us. They're going to want the long rounds. Maybe get Harmony rocking and going. Okay, we have Swears. We need to... maybe they will push us. Okay, we're actually going to play Swears now and steal this. Purely for the fact that we, 1, don't want them to bleed us out. And 2, we want to get Roach out. So, there you go. That's exactly what we expected. Now we just play one of these. Also apologise for my very shiny face. I got sunburnt today. Yeah, I know. Irresponsible adult. Okay, so we don't want you. There we go. We have Seret. We have the Witcher trio, which is very nice. Lacerate is normally going to get value in a long round no matter what, especially against Scoia'tael because there's a chance of running the Great Oak. And the last card we're probably getting rid of is probably Magni Division. Okay, we didn't draw anything good. So we didn't get the combo here. We didn't get the Cantarella and Yennefer combo. But we do get the chance to remove a big unit, which is always nice. We're going to kick off with some Messiah Roach, purely because pretty much everything else we have is reactive. These things can get out of hand. Do you know what? We're going to play Letho now. And then we'll play Alba next to lock the other one. And we saved a lot of value on that. A lot of value. Also, guys, let us know in the comments below how you feel about me not like, would you rather me just take winning games off my streams that I play with this deck and put them up, or would you rather me just go straight into a game and see how it plays like live with you guys? Because in my head, I get annoyed when they just take like cherry pick streams, because yeah, the idea is just showing off how the deck works. That's great, but we lock this as well, do we? I guess we do. Yeah, don't get me wrong, that's great, like having a winning deck, but I also feel like I want to see how the deck just runs generally. Like, so many times I've copied the deck effectively, and it's just been like, oh really, this is not good, it's not fun. Good, okay. I mean, they're really setting into our last rate, aren't they? They really are setting into our last rate. I guess we'll just pop you out for now.
Knowledge is the sole treasure worth seeking.
We have some good cards in hand. It looks like they're definitely setting up for Great Oak. That's a guarantee. They do have last say, so Great Oak is going to come out for some big value. What we can do is we can actually look at damaging this stuff. So we can play Lacerate soon, because Lacerate's going to get rid of one unit here. I'm going to get rid of this one now. I could have damaged the Force, but I don't want to. Okay, so this is a. Only boosted 2 units. Okay, what do we put back in their hat, in their deck? They're going to keep going on. How many they got on the range? They've got 7 on there now. So Great Oak is coming out for big value. They have last say, so they can boost it. We play Ocvis. Great Oak comes out and removes it, doesn't he? That's just the way it is. This is worth 6, isn't it? So that gets rid of 1 value on Great Oak. Okay, I'm 90% sure Octvis goes. I'm pretty sure Octvis gets removed by Great Oak. There we go. There we go. So boosted by 2, so he's still only a... Yeah, I'm pretty sure we don't win this matchup. No. We have a Lacerate left, and they're already leading by 13. I mean, I'm assuming that's Crushing Trap. That's my assumptions there. There we go. So yeah, we got completely destroyed by that. What would have been ideal? We could have pushed further round 1. If we had False Siri, because we could have removed their summoning circle. And that would have really allowed us to push round 1. Let's jump into another game. We will... There we go. The fact that if we had Cantarella, then we could have put their Great Oak back and played Great Oak ourselves, which would have been a pretty big play. But unfortunately, we don't have Cantarella. Yeah, so... You can sit here all day and go, I didn't win because of draw of the cards. Nonsense. We didn't win. Simple as that. But we should be favouring ourselves in an Amir matchup. So let's jump into Amir. See how we get on with some Amir. We're not playing first, so we get rid of you. And we have the combo here that we're going to hopefully show its potential off now on stream. Yeah, Serret will do. We have the Emir matchup, so because it's a Nilfgaard matchup, we want to make sure we're hopefully not playing our Roach first. We're using Swears to steal their Roach. That's the aim here. Yes. Imperial Brigade. So we're going to pop this down first. There's a chance they steal this for Swears. I doubt it. I've seen a few people steal this for Swears and it's gone to Malero, which is a... I mean, you get your free value, but it's not ticking much. Norska Sergeant is a good steal with Swears, definitely, because they're not playing Roach. You're getting a... there you go. Roach. There we go. We now know our next play. It's going to be Swears on Roach. And it's a huge play because it steals their Asire combo later on. We do have the lock. We have you about, so we're going to lock that. Start putting some pressure on even now. We're going to play our version. Next, we're going to play our Albert Pikeman. See if they bait out a lock. Wait a minute, so they don't have an Orcs in hand, we know that. They have a Serret in hand. That's a big play by them, the TA as well. You know what? We have 10 points at our exposure at our... We could take the round if we wanted. We could take the round if we wanted to. I don't know if we need to, if I'm being honest. I don't think we need to play another card. I think we can give them the round there. We have their Asire combo later on. They've played their Lefo. Big question here is False Siri. Does she? I don't know if she gets value in against an Emir deck. That's the big question. Cleaver. Cleaver's always nice. They're just throwing that card out, aren't they? Yeah. There isn't, in all honesty, there isn't anything else I want to play. No. The only one you could argue is maybe Peter doesn't get value in a Nilfgaard matchup. If they're playing Magni Division, then they will get value. If they're playing Norska Sergeant, he'll get some value. I doubt he'll get tons of value. But we'd rather Peter than this guy for now. Peter will get value potentially on a reset on Serret or something like that. We are playing first, so it's not a bad card to have. You know what? I don't think that's actually too bad at all. Let's check. What are we missing? I mean, we're missing these here. Let's get rid of Peter and see if we can find a story of our lives. Absolute story of our lives, eh? Okay, so it's not a Shoop deck. Not that Emir Shoop is a thing anymore, but it's always nice to know. We're going to throw you out, because when we throw Magni Division out, sorry, Norska Sergeant out, yeah, they're going to want to lock one of them, probably. So the only value False Series is going to probably get here is setting up a Lacerate target. That's probably the main value she's going to get. We know what's coming here, don't we? Yes, we do. So they're going to stack up the range very nicely because they're going to probably respawn two more with... Okay. That's fine. Okay, I'm actually going to play Serret here and remove one of these. My main reason for that is they don't know if we have orcs in hand. And also, if they're playing the one that respawns, repeat the deployability of bronze soldiers. This is only one soldier now. He only gets one more. Only get one more out. Okay, they can play it in the middle here. I think we just cleaver one of these. Doesn't matter which one we cleaver. There we go. That's the card I was expecting. That is the card I was expecting. Moving enemy to the other row. And there's a chance these guys are running Lacerate. That is a genuine opportunity, like potential. We play Orcs here next. To lock something. At the moment, our best card to steal is probably a Serret. Obviously, we started our roach, didn't we? I mean, that's worth 9 points stealing their Asire. And putting their Asire back, and it loses them a lot of points. It's where they're going to play their big unit and we'll be like, no! That's the card we wanted! That's where having last save with this card does obviously have its perks, its definite benefits. Throw you back here. Throw you here. Get you up. Yeah, they're probably going to have Vivian in hand, who's going to boost this one to a 9. Oh, he's only 7. I mean, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. There we go. That's why you don't run Geralt, ladies and gentlemen. He doesn't get value consistently. That's why you want Yennefer in your hands. That's why you want Yennefer. Okay, so, I mean, we won one, lost one. We sat at rank 4. I've not been a higher rank for a long time. Let me know if you want me just to pick cherry pick videos where we win. I like to be honest and say that just because I make this deck and I say it's powerful doesn't mean it's never going to lose. Yeah, I really like this deck. I really like playing this Usurper deck. I like the versatility it has, and I like getting that combo off at the end. When I got it off in a Saval Blood match, I won't go into details of it. It felt so good putting that 12 cost back, playing that 12 cost, beating the meta deck at the moment with a Usurper deck. With a Usurper deck was just like, yeah, baby. That was a fist punching moment. It was you were Bender from the Breakfast Club, and it was your moment. It was beautiful. I love it. I love this deck. I really do like this deck. Give it a try, guys. See what you think to it, and let me know in the comments below what you think to the deck. If you enjoy it, if you don't enjoy it, if anyone's playing it, if anyone gives it a go on Pro Ladder, get my words out now. Then let me know. What was it like on Pro Ladder? How did you find it? Did it struggle? Did it hold its own? I'd love to know, guys. But that's going to wrap it up. That is my first deck video for a little while. I'm aiming to get one deck video out a week, one new to Gwent video out a week, and I want to keep that as all I can do for now, because otherwise I'm going to struggle. Otherwise I'm going to really struggle to kind of to hit promises that I'm making, and I don't want to break promises, guys. So that's the aim. Thanks so much for stopping by. If you like the video, give it a little like, and if you like me as a person, if you like me as a Gwent player, if you like the decks I make, if you like the new to Gwent series, then please subscribe, guys. It really does. It means a lot to me when people subscribe. It makes me realise that people actually like what I'm making here, and that's a big thing as a content creator. But enough of the whole sympathy. Oh, please subscribe. Have a great day, morning, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are, guys. I really mean that. Have a lovely time, and until the next Gwent video or the next Gwent stream, goodbye, I suppose. Bye.